All right, we are live. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday night. Welcome to Happy Paper People's Saturday Night Live Laugh and Craft. And we don't need YouTube speaking as well. Nobody told you to talk, YouTube. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Marianne. I have with me my friends and co-hosts, Debbie and Candy.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Hey, Margie, get a snack, a drink, some craft supplies. It's Saturday Night Laugh and Craft. Margie is so right. Thank you for that, Margie. Thank you for that introduction to everybody in chat. That's perfect. Hi, Maki. So happy to see you. Excited so you're here early so you don't forget. Yay. Hey, Diane. Hi, Toby. Glynis is here. Test, test, test. Glynis is here. You passed it, Glynis. You get a gold star. Hey, Sandy. Welcome, welcome. T-6 in county. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, actually here for the live again. Yay. Back from grandson's drumline competition. Oh, those are the funnest competitions in the world. I love drumline competitions. How did he do, Debbie? How did they do in the competition? Let's see. Hi, Tabitha. Yeah, anxious to hear how he did. It's 6 straight up. We got a pretty good crowd already going, but we told you that we would get, let's see, what we're going to get tonight. We're going to get 4 new paper clips that you'll get actual tutorials on, and we'll kind of mass make each one of them for a bit after being shown how to do it. So for a couple minutes until everybody gets in, give everybody else a couple minutes to get in so they don't miss all that, I thought I would give you a bonus paperclip. Bonus paperclip. Because it's super simple, and if you're sitting at your desk, chances are you could look around and make one without even moving out of your chair. And there we go. Okay. And that is this one. This is a scrap. I guess I'll go solo for that so that you can see it a little bit bigger. It is a scrap of, this is a scrap of sari silk. It could be a scrap of lace. It could be a scrap of fabric, actually fabric that I put on the gel plate. It could be a scrap of ribbon. Could be any scrap of anything. It could even be a scrap of paper that is flexible enough to bend there. And all you do is tie it on. I'll show you how I did that. Super easy. And then just put something on to top it off and make it a little pretty. So I put a flat back pearl on that one. The pink lace one just got a button that has some pinks and blues and pretty colors in it. That looks like a rabbit ears, doesn't it? This is a purple one. This was just white fabric that I put on my gel plate, and it got purple, and so it got a purple ribbon. There's some little tiny scraps of lace that, or not lace, ribbon trim that were sitting there. They just got a flat back gem. I had a little wood star, so this piece of sari silk got a little wood star. Oh, cute kitty. She's cute. This was a fatter ribbon, but it got a flat back pearl on it as well. And where did it go? Did I drop it? Oh, there's another little piece of sari silk. I just put a tiny scrap of lace behind it and a tiny little rose. Okay, this is a scrap of rickrack. And it has this gold thread. So I just took gold thread and wound it around the bottom as the adornment or decoration. So it doesn't even have to be something to add to it. This one, I'm not sure I want to put something over it. I like the red and black that tied around. And it's got a tiny gold thread going through it. This one got a wooden butterfly that happened to be sitting on my desk. So I've got some here that I had some scraps that I tied on, but haven't put anything on the front yet. So let me grab, let's see if there's any right here. I think I used all the ones that were sitting right there on my desk. So I'm going to grab my scrap bucket of lace and ribbon. Scraps of lace and ribbon trim. I mean, these are literally 2 inches long, maybe 3 inches long, because there is no length that they have to be in order to do this. And this lace is fatter. It's like over an inch. And so you can just crumple it up. So here's my scrap bin of lace and ribbon. Oh, this would make an interesting one. Okay, here's a pretty one. A little bit of yellow. Okay, so somebody forgot to tell me to bring paper clips. That's classic. That is just classic. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to take this scrap of yellow ribbon, and I want to kind of use it at the end so that when I cut it off, I'll probably have enough to do another one. But if I do it in the middle and I'm going to cut off 2 ends, that's not enough to do another one. And, you know, if you do it and you don't leave enough there, you can just pull it out and put it through again. It's really no big deal. You just do it like you do through a card. So you can even adjust it while you're doing it. So I'm going to fold it in half, stick it through the end of the paper clip. Get hold of that loop.
Here she said, "Hello, all. May the spirit of Clippy, the Microsoft Word helper, be with us all."
That's good. Hi, Laura.
She said she stole all your paperwork, your paper clips. God knows she does.
That's why she has 3,000 now. She did. Okay, just like you put it on the top of a card. So now I'm going to look at the short one and just see, okay, that's about plenty long, I think. So to tighten it, I'm only going to pull the long one. That way I'm not going to waste a bunch of it. I'm definitely going to have enough to do another one. Okay. So what I find too is when I pull that to tighten it, some ribbons stay tight easily and some don't. This one is a little bulky. It's got ribbon running through the lace or through the ribbon, whatever it is. So it's not going to want to stay real tight. So I get it kind of where I want it. And then I'm going to turn it over and just put a little drop of glue. It could be Fabri-Tac or whatever kind of glue you want to use. Most all of them will work. So I'm just going to put a little bit right underneath the paper clip right there and right down here. And then all I do is pull it tight how I want it and squish it together between my fingers. Give it a few seconds and it'll stay right there. And then grab your scissors and cut it off at whatever length you want it. If you want them going opposite directions, let's see, which is the front. That's the front. I'll turn that around, and then they are going opposite directions. There we go. And I'll just hold that for a minute, and it'll glue right together. So it's as easy as that. And it is a super great way to use all the ones that are on my desk that I made, the first ones I showed you. Every single one of those I did just picking up scraps that were sitting on my desk, literally. They might have been in little containers as I was making things that we've been making on our mass makes and Saturday nights. They were just all over the place. So every one of these I just picked up off the desk. And that's why there isn't any more on my desk. But that must have been on the desk with that one. And I stuck it in the scrap bin because that's definitely long enough to make one. And that one I put 2. I made it too thick because it's so very light and so airy. And you could even put it in front of something else if you wanted to. Pick something that, I don't know, that looks good with it. Not like that, but pick something that looks good with it and put 2 ribbons together if you want to. Okay, and then you just find, I think a pearl would be nice on this one. Here's that nice little pack of pearls that Debbie showed you the other day. Hobby Lobby, $9.99, half price, $5. Okay, they're not going to be on sale this week. They were on sale last week. So it'll be the following week then, Debbie, right?
Right.
Every other week?
Right, every other week.
So it's not this week, but then next week you could go to Hobby Lobby if you wanted to get this pack of flat back pearls. And you're going to love when Debbie shows you what she did with some of them. It's a really great pack to have because there's all different sizes. But not this week, but next week. They'll be on sale again. Okay, so there's a pretty big one. Now, all we have to decide is what size to use. You know, the big decisions. Let's try that one. I like that one a little better. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that on. Set these to the side.
You're a little bit blurry.
Am I moving too fast? I am.
Maybe.
Oh, yep. Okay, I will slow down because I only want to do this for a few minutes. At 6:15, we are going to turn the time over to Debbie to show you how to make that super cute little flower that everybody's been asking about. If I slow down, is it, nope, my YouTube is still blurry.
That's cute.
They're super easy to make. And, you know, if you have all the variety, there's always one that will be the right color or right type of bling to go in whatever book you're making. So easy enough. Yeah, and I tend to move too fast and make the camera not be able to focus. So, Debbie, I'm going to make you full screen.
Okay.
You can walk us through the cute flower.
Okay.
Let's give it up for Miss Debbie. Can we have a round of applause?
Hello. This was not my idea, obviously. It was I watched a YouTube from G Curve.
Your idea to do this, to come and do this. And I'm like, well, Marianne asked you.
And so anyway, I watched G Curve. She does a lot of really cutesy paper clips. She makes little bags. She makes little butterflies. She does really cute work with her little paper clips. So anyway, I was playing with my scraps, and so this is what I did. Here's one that I did, and the paper clips on the back. Here's one that I did, and the paper clip on the back. So what she did, but I don't know that it's totally necessary. She used a half-inch punch for the base, and then she used 3/4 inch for the petals. So here's the 1/2 inch. Now, I believe she was using regular paper for her 3/4 inch rounds because she said then use cardstock for the base. So something that you have just a little tiny bit of stability on them. And so then what I did is almost all of these are scraps from our mass make last week that I have here right now that I did. Well, this one's not, but this is, and this one is, and this one right here. So what I do is I color my edges, and I'm using Tim Holtz Distress ink, and you'll need to do 5 of these.
So I don't have a 1/2 inch punch. Do you think if I use a 3/4 inch punch for the petals and a 1 inch punch for the base, it will be too big?
No, because this is this. Okay, just a second here. You're ahead of me. Just a sec.
Oh, sorry.
I'll show you what I did. No. That's okay. Thank you for asking questions. I have not done the teaching mode thing for the dinosaurs were on Earth, so I'm out of practice. So I just
You're not as old as Margie.
And I found that that if you color the edges, it stands up and stands out just a little bit more. So, you know, the obligatory dauber, and I'm using Tim Holtz. What is this? I use Distress mostly. This one's Victorian Velvet. And so I have those. Okay, so that's ready to go. But I had a punch that was 1 1/8. And it's ruffled, scalloped edge. And so that's what I did with that. So yes, you can use bigger. So I'm working on a little folio type thing again I saw on YouTube. And so I did a digital download, and these are the roses off it that I cut this out. This one shows up a little bit better. So these are larger. So I think you can use whatever you want. This one I put on a little tag to make it. So easy peasy. Glue, and kind of you need to cover this. So with the glue, and then you just start layering them.
So the glue goes on the base, and then the petals go on top of that. Okay.
Yes, glue on the base, and then you kind of put these around the circle. So here's 3 of them.
How many do I need for a flower?
5. I apologize, I didn't say that.
No,
5 circles.
This was punching out of the same paper, and I wanted to get the right amount.
So then when you get to the last one, whoops, guess there wasn't enough glue there. When you get to the last one, okay, there's 4. You kind of tuck it under so they, whoops. Okay, so my glue dried already.
Ugh.
Okay, there. So you tuck the last one under, and then go back. Whoops. Craft a latch. So then you go back under the petal just a little bit, and just a little tiny bit of glue that'll hold these together.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so there's the little flower. So then that container of pearl backs that Marianne just talked about, I have this container. So anything plastic, or probably paper, but plastic would work probably best because you're using alcohol ink. And so I want to put, I think I'm going to put that one on there. So actually I'm going to do a couple. This is super easy. So I put a couple in my little container, I don't know if you can see them, the pearls in there. And then a drop of, I'm using the Tim Holtz alcohol ink. This one's raspberry. Whoops. There, raspberry. And I put a drop in. Okay, I put 2 in. And then, whoops, one came out the top. Just kind of shake them up. Whoops. Okay, I guess it needs more than one. I don't like that color. Let me put a little bit of alcohol. Well, it's still wet. It's too fluorescent.
Well, that's the cool thing about alcohol ink. You can tone it down by adding whatever to it. More ink spray.
I think the alcohol.
Add mushroom to it.
Mushroom?
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll tone it down. That gives it a vintage look.
Here, this one's not too bad. So it took that.
Does it bright vintage look than vintage photo added to the pink, Candy? Does that give a better vintage look than vintage photo added to the pink?
Yeah, 'cause it's not a straight brown. It's
okay. Gray brown.
Yeah,
so this
it's a different color. It gives it a different tone.
Okay.
Not quite as dark.
It took the bright white off the pearl and gave it just a little tiny bit of a pink hue, which was what I was doing for that.
What'd you use?
So there's another one that I did with the alcohol ink, and I don't remember what color I used on that one.
That's really pretty. It came out looking champagne, whatever you used. It's really pretty.
Okay. So now to put the the paper clip on the back, I just take a little scrap piece of paper, and this is probably too long, but just a scrap. And this is just copy paper that I coffee dyed, and I put it under the paper clip, the short end, and I'm going to wrap it a couple of times around the long end. Does that make sense? The long end?
Yeah.
Whoops.
I'm still behind you, but I'm watching. That makes sense.
Okay. So maybe I should put some glue on it and that'll work a little better. Okay, so wrap it around the long end. There, like that.
Okay.
Oh, and then it came back off again. So much for teaching this, right?
Well, who was it? Somebody I was watching the other day said, you can do it 100 times and it works just fine every time. And then you get on to teach it and it's not going to work.
Right. Okay, so there, I have a couple wraps and then I glue this together. Then by doing that, like that, on the long end, the short end you have to clip on to whatever you are. And then this right here will give you that on the back, and it'll give it something to hold to, so it makes it level.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
Okay, I moved it to the other end. There we go. So wrapped around the long end. Whoops. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Okay, I wrapped it around the long end, and here's the short end. And so now the short end will clip. I bent it. It won't clip. Okay, so it clips on.
Out very well.
That needs to be moved all the way up.
All right, scrap of paper.
There. Ta-da, like that.
Oh, cute. They are really adorable.
So,
hey, Lucy.
So you saw that one. This is the one I just did. Glue this down.
A little dabble, do ya? Yeah. Hi, Sandra Lou. Hey, Trudy. I said hi to Lucy.
Okay. So there.
Oh, Jurassic Classic Crafter. Yeah. That is so cute. I didn't space my petals out very well on my first one, so
it takes a minute or two to kind of get them, and then you have to work a little bit. Work a little bit. You have to work it because the first one will dry before you get the fifth one in. So this one, I took a yellow. I punched out of green and cut the circles to make the little leaves, the 1-inch circles, and so you can stick leaves in if you want.
Oh, super cute! Can you show us how you cut the circles to make the leaves?
Sure.
That is so cute.
Okay, I don't have anything out of green at the moment, but I can do the circle.
That's okay. Yeah, it'll still be the shape.
So here's your 1-inch circle and just a kind of that leaf shape. I didn't do a very good job of it.
Well, yeah, I'd end up with getting a whatever.
So just kind of, but you already have the 1-inch circles. So
yeah. So it gives you the size.
So you don't so you don't have to go look for a leaf punch. And it's subtle.
Right.
Striped green isn't very subtle, but it's subtle enough that you could put behind it. And if your paper clip sticks out a little bit, you could put it like this so that it covers the part of the paper clip that sticks out.
Oh, Very good idea, because I didn't do a very good job of positioning spacing my 5 leaves, and so I have a bigger space between 2 of them. So if I put a leaf there and the paper
Right.
clip there, thank you for that tip.
So
That was my first one, so I didn't.
that's it, ladies. Very simple, very quick, very easy. Here's another one I did. I was trying to make a corner tuck, but I don't care for that. Well, one, I didn't color my edges. So there's my...
That's adorable, Maki. She's like, so cute. Yeah, see, all you need is some scraps.
Thanks, ladies.
They're very cute.
So, yeah.
And
go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, oh, I'll bet Amazon's here.
Here's another one.
That's cute.
So it was just a good way to use up scraps that we did from Thursday. I wasn't here last Monday, but Thursday, all my little pieces of paper left over, this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I did, how I got these pieces of paper.
So if you guys don't have flat backs, I just got those. I've got some others somewhere. But if you don't have any flat backs, you could use any kind of things. I just saw this floating around. Whoop. Yeah, that's not going to help. I just saw this floating around. You could pull the gems off of this. Any gem will work. And if you don't have any gems at all, you could use a Stickles or a Perfect Pearls or a Nuvo Drop in the center. There's always something to use.
Here's a piece of a coffee filter that I was kind of playing with. So what you could do is kind of put a little bit of color on it. Whoops. A little bit of color on it that you're using here and wad it up. Where's my glue? And so it gives it a texture. Okay, that's not a good wad. Of course, when you wad it up and you just throw it, oh, look at that. But now that I'm trying to do something clever.
Yeah, it never works that way, but it worked 100 times.
Okay,
doing it by
so
themselves.
So that was just a piece of coffee filter. So it gave it some texture. It's not the best. But maybe dab a little bit of green in here so it's the center of your flower. Yeah, buttons, beads.
I was just going to say, if you don't have any of those things I mentioned to make that dot, you could, use a brad, use a button, use a bead, anything.
And she goes out tipping over her glue.
Well, thanks, Debbie, if you didn't, I would think there's something wrong with you. You're not like the rest of us if you don't.
It's that perfectionist thing. So
yes, I know. All you have to do is do YouTube lives for a couple months, and you get over the perfectionist real fast.
Right.
Or you drive yourself crazy, because perfectionist in me finally realized there is no perfection when you do this. So you just do it and you don't worry about it. You just roll with it and laugh it, because they don't care. They just love you.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh, polymer clay stuff. That'll work too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Polymer clay. Put your polymer clay through a sieve. And it'll give you little stamens.
Gigi, go in and check your settings and see if you are on 1080, 720, 480. If you're on 480, take it up to at least 720, 1080 if you can, and you should get a better picture. Okay, so now we have about 15 minutes that we're just going to mass make this adorable little flower that Debbie just showed us. Now comes the laughing part while we're crafting. Yeah, watching us craft, we'll be laughing. Debbie, you probably already tried putting them together and then inking them afterwards?
No. Well, okay, so here's what happens. Look at this one. If you don't ink them, look at this. Look at how blah and non-dimensional that is.
Right.
So with the ink, so it comes down in here. It gives it. Whoops.
It's harder to get it down in after they're together.
Right. Okay.
So
I would just ink them all before you put them together. I mean, that's what's wrong with this. This had the potential to be cute. a corner tuck. It had the potential.
That's
But
super
I
cute.
got so caught up in, oh, put this
Yeah.
together and put this
Right.
piece of a punch. It was the day we were doing punches.
Right.
And this is the leftover punch here. And I got all
Uh-huh.
caught up in that. But I didn't color any of them. And they just kind of look
You still
very
can.
blah and very amateur. And
No.
I think if you color them edge them before you put them together, it gives them a little more dimension, and
I agree.
it pops on whatever you're putting it on. Like I don't have anything to put it on right here.
So the ones you already put down, I think you can save those for sure. Take a piece of paper and stick it underneath the outside of the flowers and ink all around there. And that way you're not getting ink on the white and on your lace and all those things that you don't want inked.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Amazon just came. Cool beans.
Yay.
Too late to set that up for tonight, but that's okay. I'll have it for Monday. Yeah, I think you can still get some ink on there. A little more difficult, but you could, because that's a super cute corner tuck. I'm trying to do this easy way. And I have a hard time inking tiny pieces of regular paper, copy paper, because there's no structure to them, and it's easy to tear them. I end up inking my fingernail and with a vintage turquoise thumbnail every time.
Okay, so if you ink it, it'll pop out a little bit more when you put it on something else.
Yes, I agree. That's cute. Every single one that you've made is adorable.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so how many can we make in 15 minutes? Andy, how many have you already made? Glennis, how many have you already made?
One, because I can't get the spacing right.
I'm on number 2.
One, 2.
Yeah, I'm working on number 2. Hopefully the spacing is better on this one.
It'll just kind of flow. So the other thing is, if you don't have a little teeny tiny circle punch like the 1/2 inch one, which I can't find, so I just cut out some little squares, and you can probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what? I had a square punch. I was going to grab it, and I thought, no, I won't alter that. But what if you took a tiny square punch and you placed them so that the point was coming out like it was a pointed petal?
you could do that.
Do you think that would work?
How come I just had a dauber here that was a different color, and now I can't find that? Oh, here it is. On the floor.
Of course.
Of course. So, probably you could do a square, but I watched a video, and this is the junk journal world is all new to me. So doing these little bits and pieces of this and that are a new thing to me. So when they say cut circles, then I cut circles. I don't go outside that box until I've done a little bit more. And
you do so well.
But I'm in my zone. I've got one book started and of my straight lines, and I'm using Provence, so I'll show you all when it's done.
Can't wait. They're always beautiful.
Yeah, Bonnie and Sandy and I started it last week, and Sandra Lou, Sandy, and Bonnie Carroll and we started it last week, and then tomorrow, that one's by Shelley Geigel. So if anybody's interested in those, her tutorials are all free, and she gives excellent instructions. And
cool.
Then tomorrow I'm starting another one that is by Kathy Orta. Her instructions, unfortunately, are not free. So
maybe we should do a Shelley Geigel one as a group, because everybody could go download her instructions.
Right. So, okay. So here's the deal. You can download all your measurements and your supplies, but to put it together, you have to watch the videos. She doesn't give instructions on how
so everybody can watch the video, and then just so they have an idea of what's happening, what's going on, and then come back, and then we do it as a group. That would be kind of fun.
Her books are beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful. And they're the photo folios. so they're meant for, I think the one that we're doing right now is, I think she said it would hold 100 photos. And
Wow.
I don't do scrapbooking in photos. I just do them so they look pretty, and it's my little creative thing. And Kathy Orta's get a little more intense and a little more detailed. Well, detail's not a good word. She has more flips and flops and ups and downs and thises and that's. And Shelley Geigel does a lot of the flips and the flops. So they're so elegant. Her books are just so elegant. And I think Kathy Orta's are geared more towards you can put anything on them. So if you're scrapbooking family events or an event, or they're geared
Fun more than elegant.
Yeah, they're more fun than elegant, right? And so the one I'm starting tomorrow has a box that you pull it out of the box.
Fun.
And so
the whole book goes into the box.
Right. And it's
like
the base of it is a garbage bag. So
nice.
yeah. So anyway, I'm starting that one tomorrow, and that's that's a little more my comfort zone. And that one I'm using another stamp period paper, but I can't tell you what it is at the moment because I don't see it and I can't think of it. But it's what I had. So using up my paper so I can buy more paper. That's the goal.
I know. I love all the paper we're using. I don't feel guilty at all about buying more paper now.
Right. And then and using scraps. And then thank you to this group, I'm coffee dyeing paper like a mad woman.
I love it.
Just so I have it.
So some of you coffee dye all the time and some of you don't. Debbie, would you mind sharing with them how you're doing it so it's not a major I think this is brilliant personally. It's not a major mess, and it's not a major event that takes her all day to do. She's got a system that's working perfectly.
So I can usually get 4 sheets a day just because it's a space and a time thing. So my leftover coffee, I put it in a 9x13 cake pan, and I did a couple with beet juice, and I came downstairs and the cat was drinking my beet juice. So I didn't get very many papers out of beet juice. But all I do is I put my leftover coffee in a 9x13 pan. I set a piece of copy paper in my leftover coffee, and I'll like load the dishwasher, unload the dishwasher, do something, come back, take it out, and I have a rack on a cookie sheet. And so I can do 2 at a time. And then by the end of the day, that's dried. And you can probably see my little rack marks. But
I love rack marks.
That's what I kind of like about it is and then this one, I added some more coffee to it and just let it set and let it dry. So it gave me those extra grungy. So I try to, Laura goes, leftover coffee. I try to only drink one a day coffee, but mind you, it's like 32 ounces one a day. So it's not like an 8-ounce cup of coffee. It's like a 32-ounce cup of coffee.
And find and fills it with coffee for the day.
And then, so sometimes I just take what's left over in the pot and, whoops, there we go. And, put it in that. So anyway, I get 4 a day. And so, and just because I don't want to do a mass make of, 99 pages and have it all over the kitchen. And
yeah, it's like I have a hard time finding enough place for a whole bunch to dry and the time to do a whole bunch at one time. And, pets that won't get in a whole bunch that are sitting all over the place. So I just think that's a brilliant idea. Every day you whip out 4, you're talking about 28 pages a week. And I think that's awesome.
So, Jubri, these are 1/2-inch circles right here. These are 1 what did I say? 1 1/8, because that's what I had was a punch that was a 1 1/8 scallop. And so I wanted to try something different. And but these are, like I said, I followed the directions. That's what G. Kerr was doing, was these little 1/2 inch circles, and I happened to have a punch that was 1/2 inch. So
So I'm doing 3/4 inch for my petals and 1 inch for my base.
There. So here's that little square piece of paper. Instead of doing a circle, I just put a little square on the back, just a scrap. I just cut it, the little piece, and there's my.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Actually, I didn't even realize that the first one I did 3/4 inch for the petals, and I did a 3/4 inch for the base too, and it worked. So
I think it will. I'm just telling you what she told, what she did, and I think it's up for interpretation. You know.
Yeah. Or just what you have.
It was so pretty here today. The mountain was gorgeous. My mountain was out.
Wow.
And, in all her glory.
Nice.
And it's pouring down rain now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's been beautiful here today too, and it is supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
So my grandma used to always say that when there's a cap on the mountain, it was going to rain, and sure as heck, there was a cap kind of over the mountain. And when we went up to Enumclaw this morning, I was with a friend, and I said, "Oh, there's a cap on the mountain. It's going to rain," and it's now raining. I have poodles out there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All righty.
Margie said she'd rather buy her coffee dyed paper. Let somebody else do it and support a coffee craft. There you go.
Judy, you could make a larger one. Just cut out 1 inch. That would be perfect. And you can also glue them closer into the center to make it a tighter flower, to make it a little smaller. Yeah, just use your 1 inch and then use your 2 inch, or use your 1 inch and then cut another 1 inch out of cardstock that's going to be the base, and do it all 1 inch. Try that out.
Toby said her daughter-in-law gave her an old clothes hanger where they used to set it up like a teepee, so that's on her front porch. When she does her paper, she hangs it over that, and within a couple hours, it's dry. How awesome.
That's a good idea. Cool.
I have not yet pressed any of mine. And Marianne, I hear you say that. Oh, you can just press it. I have a heat press, or I could use an iron and press it, but I have not yet. That's part of the junky part of it that I wanted.
Yeah. It depends what I'm using it for. And you press it, it takes a lot less space to store, but I do like the wrinkly junky part on, for a lot of things. But if I had to use an iron, guaranteed I would never do it. I have a heat press. And so I can, with one press in 10 seconds, press a stack. Literally. I never press one thing at a time with the heat press unless it's like something I've collaged. And so it's nice and thick with several layers. Then I will turn it over and press the one thing at a time. But if I'm pressing papers of any kind, I'll at least 3 or 4 minimum together. And I just put the heat press on them, one shot, and 10, 12 seconds. And that's the only reason I would press
I use a flat iron.
Too easy. A flat iron. You go over every paper?
No. When they need it, I put it under a heavy book.
Oh, yeah, that works too. See?
There you go.
Put it under a heavy stack of books, or one of my Tupperware bins that's got book pages in it.
Good idea.
There, and then when I take them out, if any of them needed iron, like there might be one that's really bad, I put it through the straight iron, and you just do it one time, flattens it.
Interesting.
Laura does tub dyeing, and then she puts her laundry rack in the tub and then dries it that way.
Yeah. Laura, I don't tend to coffee dye as much anymore. I tend to just spray my pages.
Oh, there you go.
I have coffee in a thing, and I spray it when I need it.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. This was just, I thought, like, okay, there's that coffee. Why am I going to throw it away?
Right.
And so I just poured it in the pan, and
I can't use the coffee I drink. I got too much cream in it.
Oh.
Well, I put cream in it when I put it in the cup. half and half. So
Is it true? Does daylight savings time start tonight?
I got a
Yeah,
Keurig, so it's a cup as soon as I make it. And sometimes in the summertime, if I'm being energetic, I'll do tub dyeing. I've done it a couple times. I just don't.
I have a hard time finding the time to do a massive amount. Spraying a couple pages or doing it like Debbie's doing is just, for me.
I can just do it in between things. If I'm waiting for something to heat up for lunch or whatever.
Large amount of time, a couple of hours or whatever to do.
Right on the third one.
Yes, Toby, it's spring ahead tonight.
I just got a text that said, yeah, it's daylight savings time tonight. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. My husband's already got our clocks moved forward. I was like, what?
Really?
It's 6 already? I was like, what?
Wait.
Yes. I'm telling you, ladies, he's OCD. I'm telling you.
That's funny. Okay. Well, my husband, who is sometimes OCD.
He's all time.
We got a clock up on a mantle that's way high that we have to get a ladder to go up to change the battery.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be right on time tonight because it never got changed to begin with.
Yeah, we've done that. He wanted to do that to the living room. I can't handle it.
Oh, I have learned not to even look up at it.
Take it down, but it's hard to get it back up.
Yeah, but that drives me crazy because I'm always looking up at that. Yeah. I got to remember to change the one here in the studio. That's what I got to remember. Okay, so I haven't done any paper clips on him yet. I did 5 flowers.
Well, for purposes of storing, it's easy to just do your flowers and then wait to do your paper clips.
I was just thinking
I missed that part.
I'll do a bunch of paper or a bunch of flowers, and then I'll do all the paper clips at the same time. Is more what I was thinking. Let's see here.
Then, any of you that are Hobby Lobby goers, lovers, whatever, I found little boxes of flat backs, and they often have them on sale, and there is every color possible imaginable in different sizes.
Nice.
From itty bitty to bigger, and then here are these pearls, the ivory and the white. So I will not have a shortage of
flatbacks for a while.
Yeah. And watch for them to go on sale. I think when they go on sale, they're half off.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember if they were the Paper Studio or not, though.
Okay, I am going to try to do one paper clip on the back here, and then Candy.
Oh, you mean I need to clean off my desk?
No, you can finish the flower you're working on. I can finish this one. At least put a paper clip on the back of one of them, because All right. Let's see. Get a little glue on that.
Oops.
At least one of them with a paper clip on the back. And I'll just have to do my own mass make and finish putting paper clips on them all. Or we get to the end, after we've seen all 4, you could actually spend the time, ladies, working on whichever ones you want. Let's see here.
Nobody said she didn't set her clocks backwards, so it'll be perfect time tomorrow morning.
That's funny. Oh, Debbie, that is so cute. I haven't put the flat back on yet, but I got the flower on here.
I haven't done the flat backs yet because I haven't decided if I'm going to color them. I don't know what I'm going to put them on yet, so I'm leaving them.
That's true.
How to put it on the paper clip.
Do I?
I could do that and then wait
to put it on the paper clip.
Do that and then just decide when we go to use it what we're going to put in the center.
Right. Here's another one I didn't color, so it looks pretty blah.
You could still color it.
I can't.
You know what you could do? You know what you could do on those? Just dawned on me. Just take a spray, put them in your splat box, and just spray them, so they get some of that vintagey look all around them. And then if you put some ink on the edges,
There, I inked it. Whoops, it still doesn't show very well.
okay. Yeah, now Candy, we all got to clear off our desks now.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, that's cute. Candy, you tell me whenever you're ready. Or whenever you're ready, you go ahead, take full screen. And I'm going to start cleaning this up so I can make yours. All right. So Candy's is completely different. And awesome. I've seen hers as well and really liked it. That's why I asked them to do this, because I really liked both of their paper clips. They were super cute. Knew you guys would too. I should be watching chat. What size do we
Okay.
have? That makes sense, Laura. That makes total sense. Our stove clock has been blinking for a couple of years. We just use the computer and the phone. Those update automatically.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
If it wasn't for my coffee pot having to come on automatically, I
so
wouldn't worry
funny.
about the ones in the kitchen.
Oh, that is
No,
so
I
funny.
want that coffee ready when I'm up at.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
So these are what I have, ladies. Can make them two different
Cute.
ways.
That is so
Um,
cute.
You can make them with the paper clip sticking out, so you can put a charm on them, or you can make them. Where's the one without the? Probably can't find it now, of course. Oh, or you can make it without the paper clip sticking out.
Yeah, the gremlins grab them on your desks as soon
Yeah.
as you go to show us everybody.
Yeah. So most of mine I make with so I can put the charm on it. I
That is cute.
just like it better. The paper lays better over the fold.
Hold it up a little
And-
higher and flat. So we
Yeah,
can there you go. Oh, cute.
Cute.
Yeah. Okay.
And these were inspired. I saw them on Scrapbooking with Me. She does a lot of paper clips.
Maki. These are
Yeah.
stunning. I have to
And this
think for a
one's
second.
The little cat.
Oh, that's
How
cute.
cute.
Maki, these are all going to be made with scraps, just like Debbie's.
Yeah, I don't measure.
That's why
Depending on
they're
what
all
size your paper clip, it's going to depend on what size your paper needs to be. I already did that one. Here's one I made with fabric.
Cute.
Just put a little straight, marker down it. I didn't sew it. That's just made with marker.
Oh, nice. Look at that, guys. She just took a marker and it looks like she sewed it.
Yeah, I just made like a zigzag line. That's all I did. So you didn't have to have a sewing machine.
But for those who do have a sewing machine, we'll be doing some other things.
Yeah, you can
with sewing or non-sewing later,
just
but
put
you
the
could
grungy
sew it.
fabric over it.
Oh, cute. Oh, wow.
That is really cute.
Yeah, I like that.
That's that fabric I printed. So, and I haven't decorated them yet. This one, I did it, but I didn't have a paper clip small enough. So this is a magnet.
Oh, what a cute idea.
I stuck a magnet on each side of it on the inside, so it magnets shut.
So it magnets over the it isn't. So it's like a bookmark.
Yeah.
It's a magnet,
I didn't have my paper clip was. I thought I had a tiny paper clip, but I didn't.
Well, won't one of those colored ones there work? Are they not?
No, these paper clips. The little ones I have are about 1 inch long. So for 1 inch long paper clip, you're going to want at least a 2 1/4 inch long piece of paper for your back piece, because you want to have enough. You want to have enough left over after you put your paper clip on there. You want to have enough to glue. This one will be awful close.
Yeah, but it would
So you
work.
probably want to make it a little bit longer.
Even if it's going to stick up, so you can put a charm on it.
If you're going to stick it up, then yeah, that's perfect size. But if you're going to leave it flat, you're going to want to make it a little bit bigger at the end of your paper clip.
Okay. All right. So I need. What do I need? I need
for the big. You're going to want about half. I mean, like, so when I have a 1.5 inch paper clip, I usually use about a 4 inch piece of paper. So
I need a scrap of paper that I'm going to use, and then I could, especially if it's a flimsy paper, I can put you've got a solid color underneath it.
The back piece, this bottom piece, it's better if it's a cardstock
Okay.
or a heavier paper.
Okay, so you put it between them, so it's a hidden paper clip.
Yeah, it's a hidden paper clip.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we want something with some design or color, decoration, whatever.
Yeah,
that can
you
be
make it as
something.
wide as you want
Okay.
or as narrow as you want, just so your paper clip fits on it.
All right. Let's see.
And I round my corners because that's what I like, but you can leave them pointed. Not a big deal. I had the other one that was.
And so that base, the solid color base is going to be folded in half.
Yeah. So
Right?
your top piece. So's your top piece.
Okay. So the first, if I
How big's your paper clip?
well, step by step, the first thing I want is that the base with the paper clip on it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
As big as you want it.
Let me see if that's too short for the paper clip. Oh yeah, but I can use a smaller paper clip.
And what I normally do is I just take my paper clip. Let's say I have a scrap piece. I just fold it, stick it on there. I don't really measure it. I stick it on, and then you can rip these, you can cut them, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can rip it where you want. Easy as that.
Okay.
You don't have to measure.
All right. I just folded that in half.
These are leftover pieces. I don't care if I waste any.
Very wide, so I'm going to cut it in half, and I can make 2 out of that.
Yeah. But then that gives you an idea what you need for your size paper clip you're using.
Yeah.
I have 3 different sizes here.
Okay. Let's see.
And then see, like this one, I
Cute. Oh, how
I ripped the
cute.
second piece. I left the first piece cut, the first piece there.
Yes.
And then for my piece that goes over, I just ripped it.
That is so cute.
And
Okay, so make one with this and do it from.
I am.
Like,
I'm waiting for you to get to your.
Okay, step by
Got it
step.
ready to go. I got my base ready to go.
Okay, so I've got my
That
base
point.
ready to go. It's very small, but that was my piece of paper. Okay, so I've got that.
So your next piece, you can use any paper you want. I recommend a book page or regular scrapbook paper.
Cute. Okay.
So what I do, and then just fold it over, fold it in half. Put it on there. That's going to be about the right length for me.
Matches.
It covers the paper clip.
Great. Okay. Trying to tear the very edge off this to get the torn look.
I like the torn edge.
I do too. So
okay.
Let's see.
And then for the width, all I do is hold it up there. Okay, I'm going to rip the one side because I want them both ripped.
Okay.
I don't want to rip my flower off, so I'll hold it up there and I'll be like, okay, I want to rip it right here.
So who all is making with us tonight? Sandy, are you making with us? Maki is awesome. Glynis is. Laura, are you? Julie, are you making with us? I'm trying to make one of these. Candy's going slow for me. She knows I'm a slow crafter. It's okay. All right, so I needed.
If you're measuring, your second piece is going to be just about 1/4 inch shorter and about 1/2 inch width-wise. It's going to be 1/2 inch narrower, depending on how big of a border you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you can do them 2 ways. You can do them clean, the clean look.
Mm-hmm. I want to do something both.
So
I would like to have some of both, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to tear this here. That's about all right.
Look up your.
Well, yeah. So my base is cut, but then the piece on top of it is torn.
That's fine. That looks good.
feeling like my base should be torn, but it's too small to tear.
Yeah, and the base looks good. The base actually looks good if it's solid.
Okay.
And you have the torn on top. See with this one? It
Oh,
just
yeah.
makes it,
Oh, yeah.
gives it more of a starker contrast, I think.
Okay. I like it.
So, I mean, I've done both, but I think
You
I
know, a
prefer,
little bit country, a little
yeah,
bit
like
rock
this
and
one's
roll.
torn on both. It's not as,
It's a little
I don't
bit
know. It doesn't grab your eye as much.
Okay.
So, I prefer the solid base. And
Okay.
the top layer. Okay, so once you get that and you get your other one that you want, to pop your paper clip through, you're just going to cut it a slit down the center.
Oh, okay.
You just make a slit.
Looking at it just to see if it's
Pop that up a little bit. You pop it through there and then take it down as low as you want it.
All right, so put that on there.
Ink it. If you want to ink it now.
Oops.
Your top layer, ink it now.
You didn't say drop it on the floor. You're supposed to say that step.
Don't
So
I'll do that next.
You know I'm going to do it, so you should just make it a step.
Pick it up off the floor.
Oh, funny. All right, let me get a little ink on it.
Do you glue this down, Candy?
We do. Yeah, I do. I'm going to show you how to, and I usually make sure that the long part of the paper clip is in the back.
Okay.
That's just a preference for me.
Back.
Makes it easier to put on.
Yeah, it makes it easier to put on, but if you're going to decorate both sides, it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true.
So it just depends on, but that's just my preference. I try to make sure the long one's in the back.
If you want to decorate both sides.
Yeah, once you have your top layer on, you got that slit cut, put it over there, pop your paper clip out as far as you want it.
Okay.
Enough to get a jump ring on there.
How did you cut the slit? Did you just like stab it?
I just use my
handy dandy tool.
My handy dandy tool, just cut a little slit. And what I did to mark it, I just put my paper clip on, put my paper over it, and then just kind of push it with your finger, and it makes an indent so you can see it on the other side.
Okay.
When you cut it, it makes it easier to cut. But it just needs to be in the center of your paper. You're just putting about the center of your paper.
All right. So let's
get down there and then glue. I glue the first side.
And
glue all over the paper clip. Make sure so it stays in place. And I use Fabri-Tac, or I use hot glue a lot too, but I just didn't have it plugged in tonight.
A little slit there. Perfect. Okay.
And just press it down.
Coming through.
And I went crooked.
Hey, we wouldn't know what to do if something wasn't crooked here with this group. We're always crooked. I prefer wonky to crooked because crooked could sound.
I went ski-wampus.
Like you're a crooked person.
Cattywampus. I went cattywampus.
There you go. Ski-wampus, cattywampus, wonky. Yep. They're all the same family.
I do one side, flip it over, and do the other side. That's all there is to it, ladies. It's pretty easy.
Nice. Anybody have any questions? And did you miss any part of that? Now we're going to take about 15 minutes and mass make a few of those. If you've got a few down, then you'll remember how to do it, and you can make some more on your own.
And then you just add your little jump ring or ball pin on the top and a little charm.
Cute.
Or like this one, I did fabric. I did seam binding.
Yeah.
I had a little blue and green string that I tied through there and then tied on my little butterfly.
You are so clever.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, I should have done a giant one. I'm trying to work with this little one, and my fingers.
Yeah, this one came out really nice with the
cooperating.
And I actually put rice paper on it on the back. I put.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, a little piece. That's a good idea. So I'm looking at mine going, well, I didn't choose a piece of paper that has a nice design on it, so I feel like I need or want to put.
And I like the book page look.
I do too.
I had one with a book page on it. Now I can't find it. So
it's probably underneath all the
I'll
paper.
make another one.
There you go. We like that idea too. Because we can watch you.
Okay, so that'll be the back.
Okay.
Oh, and like I said, I round my corners. I forgot to tell you to do that because I already rounded mine ahead of time.
Okay.
I was trying to get measurements, but I don't measure, and everything's a little bit different.
Sure.
Depending on how much, because if you have a pretty paper, you want more of the paper to show.
Exactly. And I don't like measurements because I just want, if I have a piece of pretty paper, it doesn't matter how big it is, I want to be able to use it.
Yeah, you just got to make sure it's a little bit bigger than your paper clip.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you got to worry about.
Okay. So I need something on there. Let me see here. Probably need some bulb pins too.
And I usually make them up and then do the charms whenever I need them or at one sitting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't do them because I don't always know what I'm going to use them for.
That's a good idea. Put the charm on based on how you're going to use it. Okay. So I had, where did I put them? There they are. There they be.
Oh, you can use tickets too. I mean, like this one, I used a ticket.
I saw you had a ribbon off the top of one too.
Yeah, it was Sari Silk.
The charm.
It was a seam binding. I have Sari Silk on another one. Somewhere.
It's cute.
Somewhere. But I used a ticket on this one.
Oh, that's cute.
It's that ticket to keep falls on the floor that you never use. You keep picking up. You're like, I either use it, I'm going to use it, or throw it away.
Yep. Yep.
And you can put words on them. I just haven't done that yet. Again, probably when I go to put them in the journal.
And you'll just
I put a word on a couple of them just to show you. But this one will probably have a word on it eventually.
Okay. Good. Oh, here's another container of scraps that would be great for these. Oh, see, we need to do this more because I have more containers of scraps than I can possibly use up tonight.
And then when I did the rice paper, I just ripped it.
I always had scraps of rice paper. Just
yeah, so this one, I got this real pretty flower. I got to use it, but
that's cool.
And then all I did was I used my glue stick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see if I can find a cute little piece of fabric that would go on that one. Maybe a little flower.
And I found with the rice paper, if you use a wet one that's a little wet, it helps make the rice paper
stick down better,
more transparent.
Oh, that was a good idea. All right. Well, my my goodness. It's a good thing that cup has a lid on it. 'Cause that's the second time. But I will never admit that. Okay. Ooh, that might work. That might work. And that one.
They're talking about hidden paper clips. Margie said she needs to hide about 3,000 of them. Is that all?
That's hilarious, Margie. Most of us know the story why, so might want to fill some others in. Some of the new people may not know.
Margie has an Amazon addiction.
I was just going to say that. Margie and her shopping addiction. She just buying paper clips over and over and over. She just couldn't help herself. She's addicted to buying paper clips. I love it.
Either that or she's got Alzheimer's and she just keeps reordering because she doesn't think she has any.
Oh, that too.
Her cats eat them.
Hide them.
Yeah, they hide them from her.
Oh, man. That's funny. Oh. Now my desk is going to be such a mess, I won't be able to show you the third and fourth. Oh, well. We'll have to come back another day.
I don't know what I did on this one.
That's too big. All right. Need something small like this. So this is. I don't know what I was thinking, Candy. I should have grabbed some paper that had some kind of design or decoration on it.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking for what to
bigger.
Decorate with.
Cute, Glennis.
Oh, I know what I could do. I could.
Bingo.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh,
Of course that's
Glennis.
I recognize that you are that paper. I have that paper. The word strips.
Yep. Oh, that's cute. All right. I think I'm going to glue a teeny tiny envelope on it.
Yep, that would be pretty.
And
I'm going to do one with dictionary page. Love dictionary pages.
Yeah, me too. Those look really cool. Now that's a wonky envelope, but then it'll fit right in. Okay. Huh. No wonder I haven't used that envelope. It's very wonky. And it's kind of flat. And I could put a little something inside it, hidden in a book, inside the teeny tiny envelope.
You could put one of those flowers on there and make a flower. That flower.
I just was playing with that, holding it up to it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Nanny.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to come back to all of us.
Mhm.
Sorry.
You already.
1 ear, 2 ears.
3 ears, 4.
5 ears, 6 ears.
Wow. Where'd you get that?
7,
Yeah.
8 years, 8 years more.
So, it's very cheaply made.
Yeah.
These are going to come off and barely sewn on. I can sew them on tighter.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
this-
barely threaded on. That shouldn't come apart like that.
No.
Wow.
Now there was no price on it, so this girl just made up a price of
This is
$4.50.
glued. Okay.
So
Well, now let me sew it and make it a little stronger.
she loves it. She's been
Good
playing
for
with it.
her.
And just
Yeah.
back and forth, but she's already ripped off both ears.
Lucy has a
And I-
sheep that squeaks, and
and I-
she loves the sheep, and his squeaker no longer works.
So I bought a new one
So
tonight, and she's already
he
ripped
just
the
bought
ears
her
off.
lamb chop at Walmart,
Lucy, you gotta leave
but
it. You may want to try to come in here and get it.
well, you set it right where she can see it.
There's really no.
I know, right? Yeah. Anywhere.
Well,
I mean,
put
you
it
could still
somewhere.
play. You could still play it with her.
I don't want to
as
rip it
long
anymore
as-
because
oh,
she's gonna start
yeah.
putting the stuff, the filling in her mouth.
Yeah. Have to re-sew the stuffed animal that you buy. Something wrong with that picture.
Oh, well, of course. Mine used to, they tear out the squeakers.
Yo.
They'd get those out within 20 minutes.
Oh, she doesn't tear out the squeakers. She loves
Oh,
the squeakers.
mine
She
did.
likes.
Oh, they did, but they play with it. They tear it up.
Oh, but yeah,
Then
the
the
ears.
squeaker would be gone.
She's
They
already
tear it
torn
out.
off both hands, both ears, and something else. And the seam down the back of it is coming
Yeah,
open.
they don't make them very well.
No, they don't. I mean, hello, they're dog toys. Okay, I got this little pineapple napkin covered envelope. Napkin covered book page envelope. I'm just going to put him on there. Then I'll have to find a way to close it. It was very white. I had to ink it up, but didn't ink very well. It was a very old book page, and with the napkin, it's still very flimsy.
Blew over my fingers now.
Let's see. I did grab a bulb pin. I should probably put silver. I'll put a drop of ink or something on that paper clip to make that vintage, so it will match this. Let's see what might be in here to hang from it. It's gotta be something tiny because. Oh, how about just a tiny little gear? There we go. Something tiny because it is a. Lucy's coming in looking for lamb chop. Sorry, Lucy. So sorry. She's sniffing all over looking for it. Daddy said you can't have it until I fix it. Oh, Lucy, it's not in my stuff. That's funny. And she scared herself and ran out.
My dog's scared of her own shatter. And she didn't used to be that way. She used to be the leader of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yep. She was the first one to go to the front of the house.
Uh,
Leave the other puppies out.
yeah. She bumped into something of mine and it sounded like it was going to craft a lunch and scared her. She ran.
Oh, now she you can barely get her to go outside sometimes.
Aw. How old is she?
What's her 2 years old now?
Huh.
Yeah, the puppies, they showed up in my. This was about the time we were trying to get to sell them.
Right.
And we ended up taking them to the pet rescue place like in April, I think, beginning of April. So they're showing up in my feed.
Mm,
They all found good homes, so that's a good thing. But I was so
good.
attached to the puppies.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
why I kept 2 of them. Duh. Why did I get
they are so easy to get attached to.
Yeah.
Are. Much more than snakes.
Yeah, true. But I had a couple snakes I really liked too, though.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Okay, it's 20 after 7. We have 40 minutes left. You think we can get 2 more in 40 minutes? You guys are gonna have to mass make them on your own. So we're learning how to do them, and then if you want to have more in your stash, you'll have to do a little mass make of your own. But let me try to clear up a little space here. Some room. Keep all your scraps around you. You're going to need your scraps just because this is another one that I'm, both of these actually I made just by cleaning up my desk and all of the, I tend to have lots of little containers like this, and they'll be sitting around my desk, and I throw all the little bits and pieces in, or after I work, I gather them up and I sort them into these little things. And so I just had tons of little stuff. And I'm going to set this aside because I'll use this for another paper clip of candies. So yeah, as I gathered them up, I thought I just got way too many itty bitty bits, and perfect time to make some paper clips. So, and if you have your scrap bin where you've got scraps of a little bit bigger paper, let's start with some cardstock scraps. They don't have to be, but it just gives it a little more stability as the base. So I'm gonna do this. The base of this is just a piece of cardstock. Let's see, here we go. Base of this is just a piece of cardstock that is folded in thirds with the paper clip is on the inside, glued on the inside. One side is glued completely down. The second side that comes over is not glued in the center, so it forms a little pocket where you can put a little piece of paper, a little piece of my sprayed paper from my splat box, or just sprayed because I just sprayed it. Sometimes I do that just to use up the spray. And then a bulb pin. You could put a safety pin. You could use a paper clip. You use maybe the 2-inch paper clip on here. You could use one of the smaller paper clips, and a colored one would be super cute. Use another paper clip over here to hang these things from. So you don't have to have bulb pins or even safety pins. Just grab a small, like this, safety pin would be super, safety pin, paper clip would be super cute to hang your things from. And so then I just gathered up, looked around and found scraps to hang from this, and basically got either a piece of fabric or a piece of lace or a piece of ribbon or something like that as the bottom, as the first piece. This one's a piece of fabric that I'd stamped on, scrap, and then a teeny tiny little doily that was laying around, and then this I actually cut out of a magazine with some other words. It says by design, and it's just magazine paper. So, I thought it was cute though. When I cut out the other words, I just kept it. So that's the first one. The second one, same thing. Little teeny tiny piece of book page, very old book page in there. Again, it's just folded in thirds, making that pocket. And this one I used a scrap of lace ribbon as the first piece, and then a scrap of paper that was pretty, has a vintage chair on it as the second piece. And then this number was hanging around on my desk, so it got thrown on there, and a button. So that's the second one. I did not ink these. I do want to. I will. Probably should have beforehand, but I didn't because I was just busy cleaning up and using the scraps. So that's what we're going to do. So first thing you want to do is grab you a paper clip. And I would probably use this size. It's not the smallest one, and it's not the jumbo one. I think they just call them large paper clips. And then find you a piece of scrap cardstock. Several here. It doesn't need to be large. The cardstock for this base does not need to be large at all. Once you make it, then you can make more in different sizes if you want. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. It doesn't matter which way it goes. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is put my paper clip on here, kind of right in the middle. And I'm going to fold the left half over to kind of 2/3. I mean, really, if you're like divide it into thirds, but I don't want the third one to come all the way over because it's making a pocket, remember? So I'm folding it over kind of to 2/3 there. And then I'll fold the third piece over. And if it's going to go too far, I'll just leave more space there because I only want that to go maybe half to 2/3 of the way so I can leave a teeny tiny pocket. This is a pretty small piece, but that's what I had sitting here. So there's the pocket. Okay, so now I can open it back up. And now I can put my paper clip really center. And I want to use some glue. I like to use a heavy glue that's really going to stick that paper clip. And I find Fabri-Tac works, Fabrifix, tacky glue. Any of those work great. And I put that around the paper clip. And then I'll just take whatever other kind of glue you like to use. I've got our glitter glue, but I might use Stamperia craft glue or Barely Art, any of those. And I'll put some of that around the edges and on that wing over here on the first flap. So I've got some heavier glue right on the paper clip because I want it to stay in place. Push it down all the way so I know it's on there. Again, with candies, you could leave it up and put something from it, but because I'm going to add a dangle into a hole, I don't really... I'm not so concerned about doing that because I'm going to put the dangle somewhere else. So I'm going to flap it over and glue it down all the way. I'll hold it for a minute just to make sure that it's nice and glued the front to the back, including that paper clip. Because that one I want to stay down nice and firm. I do not want it to flap up. And so this paper clip in the back, that's where I flip it onto the page. Okay, once that's down, then I can fold my third spot over, or my third side over, and know that we've got a gap in here. That's going to be our little pocket. So I'm going to glue only the top and the bottom down. We need to hold those for a second, and they'll be down. And then, as you can see, we've got a pocket right here. So then I'm going to find a little piece of paper. This is a fairly small one, so it's got to be a fairly little piece of paper. I'm going to use this one. Pretty piece of trade paper that can be tucked in there. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my hole punch. Any hole punch will do. If you have more than one size, use a smaller one on your little ones, use a bigger one on bigger ones. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Even shape doesn't matter. You could do a different shape if you wanted. I'm just going to punch a little hole up there in the corner somewhere. Doesn't matter where, really. And let me get my bulb pins behind me. Let's see here. There's a couple of vintage. So here's a vintage bronze. Okay, so I know this is going to go in here. So what do I want to put on it? First, I want to put my cap back on my glues. Really dry out enough. Okay, so I'm going to look around at all the scraps I have around sitting here, and this is kind of, you know, if you want to match it to your paper or something. I'm going to start with what's right here. I have my scrap bucket next to me, but if I can find stuff right here on my desk, that's even better. Use it up. So let's see. I know there's some little bitty scraps in there. That's actually kind of pretty. That's a piece of black lace. That would be pretty with something else. Okay. Cool. There's a couple of words in there that could be used. Possibly. Star, heart, buttons, napkin covered button. Okay, So that's kind of cool. It's got it's scrapbook paper, and it has writing on it, so that might be kind of cool. So I'm not completely blown out of the water yet with what I have there, but I don't want something too wide because this is a very skinny one. So maybe I'll just start with this. This got some ink spilled on it, and so it got like coffee stained and alcohol ink stained accidentally on purpose. Yeah, it was on purpose, but that's perfect because then I don't have to do it. Okay, here we go. This is just the perfect size. Little piece of lace here. I start with that. I'm going to do it this way, so I can even just leave that little point down there, let it hang down, and on top of that. I like something a little darker in color to contrast. I'm looking at what else is in this bin over here. No, sometimes it's a problem if there's too much to choose from and you can't decide. Okay, even a darker piece of
ball pens up here, but nope, can't find them.
What?
I had ball pens out.
Oh man. I like this paper. It's a very, really, really, really old and grungy. And that's about all I have left of that. So I think a piece of that torn off, put on here would be pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then something on top of that. What else is just hanging around on my desk? Those, let's see, not on this one, but on another one. Oh, that'll be cute on one. If I understood you, would I have this look on my face? That's the Alan Alda quote. I love that. It's an Alan Alda quote. He wrote a couple of really good books. Ooh, how about a metal button or a gear on top of that? Let's see. What is this one? That's kind of cool. Okay. And might not even need anything between that. Okay. So if that goes on top, I can put this together and see if I think I need something underneath it or in addition to it. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Okay. Kind of does. How about this word? It's printer stamped on old book page. I don't want it to cover all of that paper though. So I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to round the end while bringing it in a little tighter on that word. I didn't leave any white or brown on that end, so I'll take it off of that end. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put that in here on top of that piece of paper. All right. Love it. And then my piece of paper. Love it. Oops. Boy, that is so old. It tore right through that piece of paper. Maybe I'll make a new hole, but maybe I need to put a drop of glue to hold that piece of paper to this piece of lace just so it won't tear through again. It is so old, so old. Okay. Okay, and then you can take this and hang it down the back if you want. The next step, drop it on the floor.
Oops.
Didn't I tell you that's the next step?
What does that do for the paper? Margie said, then go on a quest to Mordor.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
where you said you cute, you could put a gold jump ring in the tiny pocket.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about putting a tiny eyelet, one of those teeny tiny eyelets in this old piece of paper, but I'm afraid that will just break right through because it's so brittle. So I think a drop of glue at the top just to hold it to the lace. So you can put that down the back, or you can let that go down the front. However you want that to hang, doesn't really matter. So there's your teeny tiny pocket with your paper clip and some scraps used up that are interesting. Interesting. I'm going to give that a drop of glue before it tears through again. I love it. It's one of those cool pieces of paper that's got great texture, but it is so old. I'm afraid it'll just tear through and I won't have any part of it left to hook. So there we go. And this thing in the front, this was just part of a really old necklace. Okay, there's one. So let's get a little bit bigger piece of cardstock and see what we can do with a little bit bigger one. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like this. This is from Harmony, Mente Harmony. I really like that. That's one of those I just want to look at because I really like it. We want to make this one. I'll make this one nice and big. You can tear it or you can cut it, however you like. I'm thinking. I do want it to be bigger because I really do like this piece of paper. And so I want to be able to see it, even with my dangly things on it. Okay. All right, which side do we want to be the top of the pocket? That one's really pretty. And you'll see the back, of course. There we go. That's nice and pretty. All right, so
would you hold that last one up again? The last one you just did with the dangle on it? Because my dangle isn't dangling.
I'm sorry. Like that? Dangle? So you can put the bulb pin in any which way you want. I could bring it up like this and then just let that kind of hang over the back. It's going to move around as it wants, though.
I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing that I would write home about or show you.
Put a jump ring in there, then put your bulb pin in. It dangles a little better.
Why do you think it's not? You could put a jump ring right there and put the bulb pin onto the jump ring. Yeah,
that's probably what I need to do is put a jump ring on it.
In fact,
depending on where you put your hole depends on how your jump ring lays too.
Yeah.
I grabbed a piece of dictionary and then there was something else that was all stamped out, and so I hung that from there. But it's like all kitty wampus. It's like an appendage or something. So
okay. If I do this,
okay,
put this directly onto my onto my bulb pin. Put this on here. I made a tiny hole on this one because it's just a small thing. If it's a bigger one, I might make a bigger hole, might lay different. But so that's a pretty big jump ring right there. If I do this and then just put that back on there by itself. Let's see, I want it that way. Okay, and then let's see, that's it. That's a pretty big jump ring. I think I'd even like a smaller jump ring.
Yeah, make one with your little tool.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so like that. The other thing you can do is put an eyelet in there if you want to, but
yeah, I put an eyelet in mine
into the paper clip. Paper.
I put an eyelet and then my bulb pin.
And then your bulb pin, yeah, it'll lay better if you do that and put an eyelet. But what I really wanted is for everybody to see how you can use up your scraps, and you don't need to go get a bunch of new stuff out. You don't have to buy a bunch of stuff if you don't have it, if you don't have eyelets or an eyelet setter or, whatever it is. scrap piece of cardstock that I did a whole nother, I made a folio out of this. This is what's left right here. And so let's see. If that one gets folded to there and that one gets folded to there, I'll have a nice pocket. And I can take these and tear them or cut them so that they are kind of at least kind of sort of the same height. If that matters to you. If it doesn't matter to you, don't bother. If you want to cut them with a, yeah, that's driving me crazy. I think I'm going to cut them on the top and not cut it on the bottom. I like, yeah, I'm not going to like that either because I like that cut look. I like that cut look of not being all the same, being irregular. And maybe the top doesn't have to be. You know what? I have a solution for that. For my, what is being, I suppose, OCD brain right now. Where did they go? Oh, I was just using them. All right, Candy, did you take my scissors?
Yes, I did.
Did you take my decal scissors? Oh,
Sorry, I had to
my
have
decal scissors that are right in front of me.
I found mine on the flour.
Huh. So
a
these are the scissors I cut a
a
decal.
whole different idea of dangly things.
Margie.
And Laura goes, I have absolutely no idea what you mean, Margie. Absolutely none.
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm quite sure you don't, Laura.
Judy said grunge it a bit with blue ink. Just an idea.
Yeah, I was gonna put some. I didn't find it
Can't
even.
find it in that mess on her desk.
Some vintage photo. Yeah, look, all the mess from Debbie's and Candy's. The blue hardly shows up on this because it really is an intense blue, but a good vintage photo.
And you can put a little pocket on the back too. You know that, right?
Making it, yeah, making that nice and dark. I'll use one of these guys here to make a pocket. Okay, we'll just grunge up the side a little where it's been creased so it looks like it's not so brand new. I'm going to decal that. I don't want to make it too weak with tearing it because I'm going to stick paper in there and I want it to be able to stay as a pocket. Okay, so let me go back here, put my paper clip on. Gonna glue my paper clip down. After this one, we'll go to the fourth one or we won't get it in. So, all right, so I'm using Fabri-Tac, which is a little heavier duty on the paper clip itself. And then I'm just gonna use a regular glue. Art glitter glue seems to be closest.
Huh.
On the flat. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Just
Talk to me, Debbie.
it's a little bit too grungy for me, what I did.
What you did?
Well, it makes you go, huh? No, it's not. It's never mind. It's not.
Now I want to see it because
Yeah, now I want to see it.
No, it's
maybe it won't be too grungy for Candy, and she'll want you to send it.
I think it's the bulb pin is too big for the paper clip that I did, but the pocket's there, so yeah, it's okay.
Okay, hold that down.
It's not that straight line thing that I like.
Actually, we've got this. I'm gonna. Oh, why not? We'll just decal us a little piece of this. How? Not very wide.
I'm not exactly sure why that was sitting on my desk. That's okay.
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 I could cut straight.
That's why I love decal. It's not supposed to be straight. It fits right in with me. I cannot cut straight, you know. That's why I always use a paper trimmer. Okay, so that's going to get Maybe. I didn't glue it down, did I? No, I did not. It's just a little tight. Just a little tight. And that's folded 4 times. 3 times. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Then I'm going to punch a hole. Did I really put the punch back into the drawer? I did. No, I didn't. Okay. I think I'm going to put this hole a little bit closer to the top and a little bit farther in so that it hangs more over the top of it rather than top and half down the side. Okay. And get rid of that. Let's find some pieces for this. I'm looking into my scrap bin that's right next to me to see if there's anything that has any blue in it. This pretty gray would be pretty with it. Oh, this would be cool with it. Here we go. Here we go. There's a piece of scrappo lace or something. And cut us a little hunk of that. That'll be pretty. It's like a white base with blue on it. Okay. And then on top of that, got these little cards sitting here too. Just sitting on my desk forever and I haven't used them. I think they have like little cups of coffee. Yeah, let's see. Coffee pitcher. Probably pictures of coffee, tea. Wonder if there's one of those I could cut down a bit around the corners. That's a cool one. Look at that vintage. What's that? A vintage coffee mill? Coffee grinder? Coffee mill? Yeah. I like that. So I think I'm going to take that. Is that a sticker? I don't want it to be a sticker. I think it might be. It is. All right. Then I'm just going to stick it to regular piece of paper somewhere. How about a bit of this?
Oh, I bet you that's Glennis. 1,000 paper clips later.
Yeah. Margie, you need to get rid of paper clips. You just need to get together with Glennis and do a paperclip mass make. It's a sticker. I don't want a sticker on there, so I just
Cute.
a piece of paper and the back of it's. All right, let's see what Glennis made. See if we have time to get to the last one here. Open. There we go. Oh, super cute, Glennis. Super cute. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cute.
Wow. I love that little tag with the numbers on it.
Yeah, that one there. That's cute. That's adorable. Like it a lot, Glennis. Like it a lot. Okay, but I don't want these corners. Either round them or maybe I'll just round them. So it'll be a square round. Okay, so that will go on top of this. On top of that. And then what else? And then we need something. We need some smaller things now. We could do a gear here. Would go with that vintage coffee mill. They do have a little bit of patina on them. So that's kind of nice. That would work. And we might be just fine with just those three. Some I find are great with 3 things. Some of them need a 4th, depending on what they are. Okay, through that, through that, through that, and through that hole. Maybe, there we go. And if you put it up and you say, oh, it just doesn't seem like it has enough, add one more thing to it. If it does seem like it has enough, then you don't. If it seems like it has too much and it's overcrowded, take something off. There we go. So I like it. I actually like it a little bit larger like this rather than as small as this, because the dangle does have a harder time. There's not as much to dangle over. This dangling over the paper clip, I like that look better, but you know, it's just a personal thing. So we've got our layers there, and we've got our little paper to write on there. And then we've got the paper clip on the back, and I can still see the beautiful paper. Okay, do we have time for the last one? We got 10 minutes. Can we do it in 10 minutes? The last one. Okay, so we actually ended up with 5 with the bonus one at the very beginning, which was a super simple one. We just did to give everybody a few minutes to get in. Here's what the last one looks like. It's scrap paper. Doesn't matter. The width of it will depend on the size of your paper clip. And you just strips. I have a whole bin of scrap strips. So this is a perfect one for strips. And all it has is a strip with a pennant bottom, just cutting it with tails, folded in half and offset, glued down, a scrap of lace or a scrap of fabric over that, and then some focal point. This one has a couple of faux stamps. This one, both of these have a tiny image. And then this one has one gem by it.
Margie's getting out her air horn.
Nice. This one has a row. These are actually Nouveau Dream Drops. And then these are little flat back pearls. So
do you have lace just sitting on your desk?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I've got this scrap bin full of bits and pieces of lace. Yeah.
I don't have room for that.
That's not sitting on my desk, but I pull it out when I do something like this. But if we've been making something, that's how I get those scraps. Before they get to that bin, they're sitting on my desk because we've been making whatever we've been making. I'll pick them up and use them from there.
Okay. Thanks.
That one is. Little pieces of fabric look really nice on this one too. Okay, so grab a strip of anything, or a scrap that you could make into a strip. Here's some strips right here. Okay, oh, that one's already folded in thirds, so that looks to me like the perfect piece to use. It's already got fold marks. And I can change the top. All right, so I'm going to get a paper clip. Use a silver one. That is a little too wide for that. I'm going to see if there's one that I don't have to cut down. Most of these are probably the same width. Of course, you can always go to a jumbo paper clip if you like. It's not quite big enough for a jumbo, I don't think. So, okay, so I want to make this fit within here. I'm going to do this just to get an idea of how wide it is. And you can see by this that you're going to put it over the short end so that the long end is open to clip. But I really don't want it to be much longer. I mean, if it can be, if it goes to here and you see that little bit of color out of both sides, Maybe it's just my OCD brain, but that looks even to me because it's coming out of both sides. I guess you could make it as wide as you want. This one has a little bit more coming out. Where's the third one? That one also has a little bit more that could be covered up. So you really could make it as wide as you want. And maybe I'll try that and leave it that wide just for fun. Okay, so the first thing I want to do though is cut the pennant bottom. And if you want it to be an exact cut, here's what you do. You just measure how wide your piece of paper is. Sorry for the reach there. My piece of paper is exactly 2 inches wide. So I'm going to take a pen or a pencil, and when you cut these corners, just decide how far up do you want, how long do you want that tail to be. So if I want the tail to go up to about here, then I'm going to put my ruler back down, and I'm going to make a mark. If it's 2 inches wide, I'm going to make a mark at the 1 inch mark right between. That's dead center. If it's 1.5 inches, then you're going to go 3/4 of an inch. You're going to put a mark. If it's 3 inches wide, you're going to go to 1.5 inches and put a mark. Either way, you're putting a mark at halfway, the halfway point from the width. Then all you do is take your scissors and cut from one corner to that point. And you don't have to do both sides at the same time, but if it's not too thick and your scissors will handle it, it just means I only have to cut twice instead of 4 times. And there's my pennant. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is offset this, and this one is offset to the right. Let's see if I tend to do the same thing every time. I might, I don't even know. That one's offset to the right. That one's offset to the right. So I tend to offset to the right. What I might do is look at what's on the back and decide, I'm going to offset this one to the left because there's more of the design on the back there that I can see. And it doesn't have to be a ton, just enough that you can see all 4 tails there. So I'm going to make a new crease on the top where that is offset. Then I'm going to bring my paper clip back, or some paper clip back. I know I had one here. There's one. Okay. And I'm going to slip this over the short end of the paper clip. Now this one is longer than the paper clip, so I want the paper clip to go all the way in. So I see as little of it as possible, maybe even none of it. Since it's offset, it will cover some on the end here because it's going wider than the bottom piece is. If you offset it to the left, it will do that. Okay, and then I'm going to use a strong glue. I will use Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to glue this together so that I get plenty of glue on the paper clip. That's the first thing I want to do is glue the paper clip. The strong glue is only for the paper clip area. Go back to my offset, push that down. Know that I've got that there. That paper clip is not going to move once that Fabri-Tac is dried. Then I'm going to hold that because I want that to set, but I can pick it up and I can put other glue just for the paper. And I didn't want to do that first because I needed to kind of see where it's going. I don't want glue all over the parts that are not being glued together. So I can go, I know it'll go to here. This is the very technical way of doing it, you know. And let's see, it'll go to here. So I'll get a little down the middle. And it only goes to here. So this one I'm going to put on this side because it's easier to see. So half of the glue is on one side, half the glue is on the other side, but it's the two opposite sides just because that's where it was easiest for me to see and put glue. So in the end, I only have glue on from here to here. Okay, and so there's the base. There's the base for your paper clip. And then you just want some old piece of lace or fabric.
Margie uses score tape and across the clip and then glue because she doesn't have fabric tack. That's perfect.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. Let's see. Is this too heavy looking for that? Yeah, kind of wide, kind of heavy. Oh, this would be a good one for dangling on one of the other last paper clip we did. What else do I have? Oh, burlap. Burlap would be great. Burlap would be great right there. Okay, so I'm going to, something underneath it, which is lace or fabric, whatever kind of fibers. And then I'm going to want a focal point. That's either going to be a little image. Could even be like I could turn this over and cut this out of the back and let that be the image on the front. Literally could be anything. Oh, those are tiny. Another one of those. Oh, that would be cute. A vintage coffee pot. But that's a sticker, so I'll have to stick it on paper and then glue it on. Because I could put it on there. But a sticker is fairly thin, and so if I put it directly on here, if I push it down to make sure it's going to stay with glue underneath it, it's going to end up with all kinds of ripples and stuff in it because it's really thin. If I glue it on a piece of paper, it will stay, okay? And then I don't glue any of this down until I get a look at it and decide that that's what I really want. And then I need some kind of bling or decor or something. Might be some metal. It might be just a piece of bling. It might be some flatbacks. This is where take some of these flatbacks and dye them like Debbie did with the alcohol ink. I think it'd be really pretty on here, looking vintagey, grungy. Maybe this over there. Let's see what else have I got in here. Bunches of metals. Maybe we can find some metals that will. How about a fleur-de-lis? Saw one of those. What's that? Whatever. There's some metal birds. Ooh, that's a very cool old button. And it looks lonely, though.
Did you say it looks lonely?
It does, all by itself, sitting there. Wherever.
Poor button.
Yeah. Poor button.
Poor button.
Let's see. Digging for metals. I need to set that down and use two hands. That's what I need to do. Okay. How about a word? Miracle. What a green. There's an old penny. Could do that. Gears. I could just do some gears. I've got a bunch of different sizes of gears. I don't know. Would a fleur-de-lis look out of place on that? There's a flat fleur-de-lis. Let's see. Maybe turn it around. If this goes over here, and that goes over here. Not sure I like those corners. You know what? If it works, I'm going to make them fancy corners because that would go with the fleur-de-lis better. Hey, what do you think? Does the fleur-de-lis go with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to take this sticker and put it onto.
Did Candy go meh?
Me.
Like me?
I went, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Candy, who loves fleur de lis, if she said
Nobody
me,
knows with anything.
really bad. It's really bad. Because she likes fleur de lis on anything. If I get a meh, then I know it's bad.
It's that time gap between us.
That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah. I didn't hear what she said.
I didn't either, obviously. Okay. So I'm going to cut that. Cut that. I'm going to get all the extra paper off the back. And then I'm going to grab some, corner rounder that can do the scallop. And we'll make it fancy scallop corners to go with that fancy fleur de lis. How about that? All right. So I'm going to put the burlap down with Fabri-Tac, just because I know it holds it really well. I'm not sure exactly where I want to cut it. So for now, right there, I'm going to put that down. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll have lots of Fabri-Tac coming right through the holes. Okay. Any big plans for the weekend, guys? I mean, I know today's Saturday, so half the weekend is gone, but anybody doing anything fantastic, fun?
Nope, helping a friend do washer and dryer tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice fun to use, but not nice for the budget.
Oh, she found a pair for $250.
Wow. Wow. Where?
Friend that was selling them too, so
Nice.
they got a new set. And one, they don't match. Well, they match. They're the same color. One's the front loading washer and then the top loading dryer.
Yeah. We
But
have
they
a
look new.
front loading washer and we have a front loading washer and a front loading dryer. I'm like, wait, none of them are from top loading.
Yeah, no, they're two different.
Oh, two different brands.
Well, they might be the same brand, but they're two different styles.
Okay. So they
But
weren't
She's
meant
just,
to-
I mean, for $250, who cares?
exactly. That's
He thought
exactly.
it was, she was selling them for $250 for each one, but even that's a good deal.
Yeah.
When and then when she was like, well, if you need them because she's buying them for her son,
Mm-hmm.
she said, oh, you can have the pair for $250.
Wow.
Awesome. Okay. Should this be offset just right here or offset? I mean, to the side or offset down here? I don't know.
I like it down.
Down the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it down there. I like
Still
it down
feels like
better
it
than
might
up.
need something. Yeah, it still feels like it might need something, but
Put some cheesecloth behind it or something.
it's got burlap behind it.
Something white or something behind it to make it stand out. See that pretty little fleur de lis.
Isn't this white enough behind it?
No.
You
Gotta
guys,
make this thing stand out. Why
shoot,
hide that fleur de lis? You gotta make it stand out.
really. I'm going to get the giggles just as we're finishing up. Oh, no, don't stick to my finger. Shoot. Yeah, so I could stand to ink the edges of this, which I will do. And I don't know, it might get some Nouveau drops somewhere, you know.
How'd you hide your paper clip on that one?
Say that again.
How'd you hide your paper clip on that one? I missed that.
I folded it in half, cut the pennant, And what I did was offset it to the left because then the front comes over and covers the end.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise the end will always show. If it's offset to the right, the end will always show. And my paper was wider than the paper clip to start with.
Oh, okay.
That's how. So if you want to hide your paper clip, just offset it to the left. And so these work on the sides of book pages. They will work.
Wow.
What?
Look at the one Glennis did.
Oh my goodness.
Gorgeous.
Pennants are not my thing.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yes. That is so pretty. She just glued the scrap down there, and then she put a bead and a scrap of ribbon, or scrap of ribbon over there. That's super cute. Wow, Glennis. That's awesome. That is really awesome.
You don't like pennants either, huh?
Well, you put it in a book that you're going to give to somebody else. Other people like pennants.
I can't get it to look right. I can't get the offset to look right.
Look, all you do is take one point and put it in the center of the other 2 points.
I know it doesn't look right when I do it.
I'll bet it does.
It looks like a crown, an upside down crown.
Yeah, and I don't like it. It's just, I'm like,
I
ugh.
wouldn't do that either.
I'm like, I don't like it.
On that last one, how much I like
It looks good on yours, but it don't look good when I try it. I'm like, nope, don't like it that way. Don't like it that. Nope, I don't like it.
Well, what can I say? I'm sorry.
I'm just
I'll
not good
go back
with
to the
banners
drawing
and
board
pennants.
and
I'm just
find
not
one
good with
that you
them.
like. I'll go back to the drawing board and find one that you like.
No, I mean,
You don't have to
yours
pin
is
at the
great. I
bottom.
just can't get them to look right when I do it. I look at them, I'm like, no, that don't.
I don't believe it. Do you have one?
No, I never finished it because I don't like. I was looking at where I wanted to cut them. I'm like, I don't like it.
Those are awfully skinny for pennants.
Margie,
Well,
you're
a little
funny.
tiny paper clip.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
so did you see how I got the cut to be right?
yeah, I cut it up the center.
Okay, and then just go from point to the top of your cut, point to the top of your cut. Okay.
Yeah, I did that. I can
Let's
make
see.
a pennant. I just don't like them.
Let me see your pennant bottom. I can't see it. There we go. Okay. Part of what it may be is that my points are deeper than yours. And when they're deeper,
Julie's telling Candy to go with her flow, not Mary Ann's flow.
Julie,
Right on, Julie, right on.
we all the way they show it.
Yeah.
And then we switch
And I
it
just-
up and do whatever we want to it.
Mine's in the
just-
garbage
I-
can. I tried. So this is what I did.
You know what the problem is, Candy? You're trying to fold 2 pieces of paper together. It's only 1 piece of paper.
Oh, it's only one?
Might be okay. Yeah, so fold it.
Okay. Oh, then you fold it. But yeah, okay. I was going to do that. But I
Use
mean,
the brown one.
Look
Use
good on
the brown one that has the gold on it. And use the gold as the outside. Yeah, okay. So fold it in half. Fold it in half, but then before you crease it, pull it over so one point is in the middle of the other 2. And so you're creasing it offset.
Okay.
And then slide your yeah, it just dawned on me. You're folding 2 pieces together. You're gonna have 4 tails. I mean 4 points, which is 8 tails.
Well, I was going to fold them different.
Oh.
I'm just saying, let's see, like that.
Well,
I need different paper that's more different on one side than the other, I think, like yours. Yeah, I'm not big on skills.
this is a good one for double-sided paper. That's quite different on both sides.
Yeah, I need
So
one
when
that's
you
different.
fold it, you see the contrast because that
Yeah.
a lot of what makes it look the way it does. Like, not this is just paper. This isn't even cardstock on this one, but it's got a light blue pattern on one side and a green pattern on the other. And yeah, there it is. Better.
So that might work.
Fine, I'll go back and find something that you do like.
No, I think I need one that's got more of a contrast on the back.
Yeah, and maybe do you have try one that's starting with one of these paper clips? It's a little bit bigger, so you can get a wider piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's easier to make the pennant bottoms look good if you have a wider one. That's all. But thank you for trying, Candy. I really do appreciate your effort.
She ignored me.
She's over there. No comment. No freaking comment.
Yeah. Comment.
Yeah. That Tina says, use just one. When it's bent, the fold changes. It's true. Octo pennants.
Look at Debbie's clean desk. What the hell, Debbie?
Exactly.
My little pennant didn't work, so this is what I did quietly behind the scenes.
That's not fair.
Well, I decided it was because I had a messy desk that the pennant wouldn't work.
Okay, we're gonna sit here until Debbie does her pennant. We're all gonna sit here until Debbie does her pennant.
Wait.
No one's
Here's
excused until.
Look at this.
Yeah, if I had to do one, you got to do one.
Oh my
I did
goodness!
I did this
How
little.
sad is it that they won't even try my paper clip?
I did.
I did. I threw it away.
Paper for that one.
Oh my goodness. All right, fine. Glynis loves the pockets. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you very much.
I like the pocket.
Mine don't look so good.
One. Where's my pocket one? Here's my pocket one.
Okay, everybody always thinks theirs don't look very good. That's cute. That's very cute. I love the little keys.
Pocket.
Yeah.
I found the keys sitting on the desk. I'm not sure where those came from. They, out of the sky. I had a little piece of wire sitting on the desk from when we did boho beads, so that's how I got that to lay flat. And this was a wadded up piece of dictionary.
Cute.
So I did that, and here's my candy one.
Oh, cute.
No, she made two of yours, Candy.
I made this one, Marianne. This one took me a little longer. A little more thought. The pennant one wasn't working for me.
That's what Margie does with what she doesn't like to. She just wipes it off the desk into the trash.
Yep, it went into the trash. Well, actually, I made two pocket ones. This one I didn't do anything else with it. But
Yeah.
here's my little pocket.
Oh, did you see the paper clips that were made without a paper clip? Did you see that?
No. Is that the one I just did?
No, she took two circles. You take one circle, one smaller, and then you just glue it at the top. Make sure they're cardstock, and then it acts as a paper clip.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Isn't that the cutest thing? I was like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Who did that one?
But I use when I
with
do that, I use larger circles.
You can, but yeah, you just have to make sure there's thicker cardstock.
Yeah, exactly.
Candy.
What?
Who did that one?
Scrapbooking with me.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Tutorials.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
yeah.
That's what we used to do as kids because we didn't
Paper
have
was paper clip without the paper clip or something. I don't remember. I forget what you called it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That was a 2 a.m. watch.
I was looking for. We used to do that when we were kids because parents wouldn't let us waste a bunch of paper clips. But that would work well with big ones like ATCs.
Yeah,
They don't have to be that big.
Like, no way is that going to work.
It does work, actually.
It does work. It does. I was like,
you can also do it with paper clips. Like those two are kind of the same. So you can do it with a paper clip. Wonder if
I made your banner. I just got to decorate it.
All right. Thank you.
I didn't.
You can on it. Oh my goodness. What she's talking about, and these are U-posts, so they're too flexible. But any of these that are out of watercolor paper will work. This will work. What?
Bye-bye to the thing you made. I ain't leaving yet.
Bye-bye. You just take two circles and you just glue them on the top. And then it goes over a piece of paper in your book.
Yeah.
Goes over the page in your book, and it'll act as a paper clip right there. I'm just not coordinated enough to use teeny tiny ones. I always use large circles. But you can
Tina
also do-
said,
Tiny.
that's okay. Glennis probably made quota for everyone. Yep, she did.
She did.
You can also do that with the paper clip right in between them.
Yeah.
Put circle on each side. Decorate a circle if you want or don't. Doesn't matter.
Hey, I know. I'll just put this flower on here and be done with it.
There you go.
Look at how many flowers I made of Debbie's paper clip.
Oh, I could. It took me forever to get that one right. Now I used one of her flowers on one of your folder paper, your
You know, and
pocket paper clips.
I love the flowers even for other than paper clip. I love these little flowers.
I did it as an embellishment on your paper.
That's
That's
cute.
very cool.
Yeah,
That's very cool, Candy.
okay. So this would be just punch a bunch of circles, and then while sitting watching a movie, just make tons of flowers. Just having these little flowers in a little baggie, mass made. You could use them for lots of things and put whatever in the center when you go to. Yes, like that. See?
Yeah, I have one of those in the when I've cut out the die cuts. Put them
Yeah,
together. Yeah, I do that all the time.
that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. So got that. Now where's Candy's? I did Candy's too. It's hiding in here somewhere.
Somewhere.
I did
Mine are
too.
somewhere in this mess. Unlike Debbie, I have a messy desk.
Unlike Debbie, I have a messy desk.
Well, I'm starting a new project tomorrow, so I needed to head towards that too. So
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes me like 2 hours to clean up after we're done.
I know.
Well, okay, so the other thing too is I don't have as much of that stuff on my desk as you do. I have tools surrounding me, but when it comes to like pieces of lace sitting here, oh, I have to go get those. That's in another room. Or sewing, that's in another room. Or I do have a scrap box sitting right behind me, so I can grab that.
Yeah. I'd rather use the scrap box because all these things just needed little bits and pieces than go get a new piece out of your sewing room.
A scrap box? I have like 4 scrap boxes.
Yeah. A scrap bin of lace, and then there's a scrap box of strips. I use strips for this all the time. And then there's the scrap box of just scraps of whatever, all sizes.
This is hanging off my cart. You think that's enough fabric?
Oh my gosh.
Scraps.
Yeah.
Fabrics?
I had the audacity to buy some fabric. I just ordered
Oh
some.
my goodness.
Missouri Quilt Company. They'll send you in.
Yes.
Thanks, Margie. She goes, excuses, Debbie.
Yeah.
I need a clean desk. I'm starting a new project tomorrow.
That's funny. Missouri Quilt Company.
Yeah, if you sign up on their email, they send you, there's a daily deal. And
They have good fabric.
yeah, so it's usually about half the price, and you get like either a jelly roll or I don't know what they call them, jewels. They call them a jewel pack. Or I'm not a quilter. I'm a wannabe.
It's nice quality quilting fabric too, so it's good for all kinds of stuff.
Nice, yes, nice quilting. And sometimes they do some of the name brand ones. I don't know many of them anymore. My stepmom used to quilt, so I kind of knew them from that, but I don't know the
I'd like
names.
to get hold of some Tim Holtz fabric. I've never had any.
Amazon,
Pretty.
$11.80 a yard.
Yeah, without spending. How much did you say?
$11.80 a yard.
Yep.
Right now, that's cheap
Is
for yes, for 100%
Wow.
cotton. Because if you go to the quilt store, it's about $13 a yard.
Wow. Wow.
I know. I can
Wow.
remember when it was like $6.99 a yard, and you don't want to go and get that $6.99 a yard because the weave is too loose on it. It's like
Dating myself, but I can remember making clothes as a teenager when it was less than that a yard.
Yep.
All right, guys, it's 8:25, so we're a little bit over time, but that's okay. We got some good
Giggles.
whatever they are, paper clips in.
The more you use, the more you make. That's what Laura said about scraps.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is one way, Laura, but we don't want to do it. It's called a trash can.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, guys. the hashtag for tonight for posting pictures of all of your paper clips. At least one of each kind. Come on. At least one of each kind. Give it a try. One of Debbie's, one of Candy's, and one of each of the other ones we did. Hashtag SNL for Saturday Night Live. SNL altered paper clips. SNL altered paper clips. Hashtag SNL altered paper clips. Don't forget to come back as soon as we're done or anytime. And even I'm going in here to find Glennis's because she sent her flowers. Comment on any. Oh my gosh, Glennis, those are adorable.
Oh my gosh, look at those.
Oh, yeah.
Makes mine look pathetic. My poor little flowers. Glennis should have been teaching this.
Oh, come back in and comment on this or any other or any other video on our channel. And in the comments somewhere, anywhere at the end of the comment, put hashtag 1000 subs, hashtag 1000 subs, and get yourself in the drawing for the box of crafty goodness that I'm filling up. As soon as we hit 1,000 subs, we'll have that drawing. You will get one entry in the drawing for every time you leave that hashtag on a comment between now and the time we draw. I'm just trying to remember. I dropped something in the box today that I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And now I can't remember what it was that I put in the box. It was something pretty neat. That's all I can tell you because I don't remember. I do not remember. But yeah, there's all kinds of goodies in there, and I'm putting new things in every couple of days. I drop some things into the box. So thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for trying all the paper clips. We can't wait to see them in Happy Paper People. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe, like, share it, hit the little notification bell, and be sure to click all. You can hit the notification bell. Some of you have told me you don't get notifications because we have different types of lives and sales and things that go on during the week. So when you touch the notification bell, you need to then go up. It gives you 3 options. You need to click all so that it will give you, at least bring up into your feed on YouTube every time we go live. Then you have the option of attending or not attending. Totally up to you. So anyway, thanks for coming. We do appreciate it. Thank you, Debbie and Candy, for hanging out with me. Thank you, Glennis, for putting us all to shame, making more. Yeah, as always, more paper clips than the 3 of us combined. Have a happy Sunday, everybody, and we will see you in the group. Love you all. Good night.
Love you.
Hi, ladies.